Could the Hungarian concubine ever defeat Hürrem? In the opulent yet perilous world of the Ottoman imperial harem, beauty alone was never enough. This video unravels the forgotten tale of a mysterious Hungarian concubine, captivating, intelligent, and ambitious, who dared to challenge the unmatched power of Hürrem Sultan, the favorite of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. Was she a true threat or just another name lost to history? Through vivid storytelling, historical insight, and imagined scenes drawn from real events, we explore her journey into Topkapi Palace, her rise through the ranks, and her quiet battle for influence in a world ruled by intrigue, jealousy, and unspoken danger. Witness the power struggles, the whispered betrayals, and the heartbreak behind the golden walls of the imperial harem. In Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent's court, competition among concubines for the Sultan's heart was fierce, especially with the rise of the Ukrainian concubine, Hürrem, who later became his wife. Yet, there's a lesser-known story about the Hungarian concubine, Katalin, who tried her best to win the Sultan's favor but failed against Hürrem's powerful presence. In 1526, after the Ottoman victory at the Battle of Mohacs, a group of concubines was brought to Istanbul as spoils of war. Among them stood out a Hungarian girl named Katalin, known for her enchanting beauty and golden hair. She was selected to join the harem of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. Katalin was introduced to Sultan Suleiman for the first time on a royal evening. Her beauty and grace quickly captivated his attention. Suleiman was fascinated by her charm and saw her as different from the other concubines. He began showing interest in her, sparking Hürrem's jealousy, as she already held his heart and mind. Over time, Katalin realized that a great political power controlled the harem, with Hürrem at its center. Katalin tried to win the Sultan's favor by showing interest in his poetry and pretending to share his cultural interests, but this wasn't enough to alter the dynamics of the palace. It was rumored that one of the Sultan's advisors, Ibrahim Pasha, admired Katalin's intelligence and tried to support her in finding a place in the harem. Perhaps this was aimed at weakening Hürrem's influence, as she often interfered in his policies. However, Ibrahim Pasha's moves only heightened the tensions among the parties. In 1528, Sultan Suleiman presented Katalin with a precious gift, a necklace adorned with gemstones. This was seen as a sign of his growing affection, leading many to believe that Katalin might become a strong rival to Hürrem. However, Hürrem countered this with political moves that further solidified her influence in the court. One night, Katalin had a direct confrontation with Hürrem, who accused her of manipulating the Sultan's emotions for personal gain. The tense encounter showcased Hürrem's commanding presence and palace expertise, leaving Katalin appearing weak and unprepared for such battles. Hürrem didn't see Katalin as just another concubine but as a potential political rival. She used her influence to tarnish Katalin's reputation before the Sultan, accusing her of secretly communicating with Hungarian nobles to spy. Despite the lack of strong evidence, the rumors affected Katalin's standing. By 1530, Sultan Suleiman ordered Katalin's removal from the harem and her relocation to a secondary palace. It was said that the Sultan made this decision to avoid further conflicts within the harem, but he couldn't ignore Hürrem's strong influence over him. Thus, Katalin's story ended suddenly and tragically. After her exile, Katalin lived in isolation, away from the spotlight. According to some sources, she died in 1532 from a mysterious illness. However, rumors persisted that her demise was the result of a plot orchestrated by Hürrem to eliminate her completely. While Kataline's story remains a small chapter in Ottoman history, the events reflect how life within the harem was rife with rivalry and intrigue. As for Hürrem, she continued her dominance, becoming one of the most influential women in Ottoman history, leaving behind untold stories.